I used to run 5 miles a day, 5 miles, and I still couldn't lose the belly. Last summer I was training for a 5K with my daughter. Every morning at 6 a.m. pounding the pavement, watching my calories, doing everything right. But every time I looked down, there it was. That stubborn Pooch that appeared out of nowhere after I turned 52. One morning I caught my reflection in a store window mid-run, red-faced, exhausted, and that belly still there, mocking me. I almost started crying right there on Main Street. My knees were screaming, my energy was gone by noon. And the scale? It hadn't moved in 4 months. I felt like a failure, like my body had completely betrayed me. Then I learned something that changed everything. Running wasn't helping me. It was actually working against my hormones. The intense cardio was spiking my cortisol, telling my body to hold on to that belly fat for dear life. What I needed wasn't more effort, it was a different approach entirely. When I discovered the right way to walk, everything shifted. Not strolling, not power walking like the 80s. Something specific that works with menopause hormones instead of against them. You're not lazy. You're not doing it wrong. Your body just needs something different now. What you're about to learn might finally give you the results, all that running never could.
Forget running. Forget the gym. Forget everything you've been told about burning menopause belly fat. Because what I'm about to share with you is going to completely change how you think about walking. And yes, I said walking. Now I know what you're thinking. Walking? That's too easy. That can't possibly melt this stubborn belly pooch that showed up the moment menopause hit. But here's the thing nobody tells you. The way most women walk after 45 is actually working against their metabolism. And the way Japanese women in their 70s walk, it's completely different. And it's exactly why they stay slim while we struggle. Today, I'm going to show you the right way to walk to melt menopause belly fat. Not harder. Not longer. Just smarter. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why running might actually be sabotaging your results. Let me start by telling you something that took me 3 years to figure out. When I hit 48, I was running 5 days a week. 5 days. I was exhausted. My joints ached. And that belly pooch? It wasn't budging. In fact, it was growing. I remember standing in my bathroom one morning, looking at myself in the mirror, thinking there must be something wrong with me. I was doing everything right. Or so I thought. Sound familiar? If you've been pushing yourself with intense cardio, running on that treadmill like your life depends on it, and still watching that menopause belly grow, I need you to hear this. Your body isn't broken. The rules just changed, and nobody gave us the new playbook. Here's what I discovered after months of digging through research papers at 2 a.m. because I couldn't sleep anyway. After menopause, your body enters a state that researchers call metabolic adaptation. Your cortisol levels, that's your stress hormone, become extremely sensitive to intense exercise. And when cortisol spikes, guess what happens? Your body holds on to belly fat like it's preparing for a famine. Running, high-intensity cardio, anything that pushes your heart rate above 70% of your max for extended periods, it's sending a signal to your body that says, danger, store fat, protect the vital organs. But here's where it gets interesting. Low-intensity, steady-state movement, specifically walking at the right pace and in the right way, does something completely different. It activates what scientists call your parasympathetic nervous system. That's your rest and digest mode. Your recovery mode. The mode where your body feels safe enough to actually release stored fat. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism in 2023 found that postmenopausal women who replaced high-intensity exercise with strategic low-intensity walking lost 43% more visceral belly fat over 12 weeks than women who continued running. 43% more. Just by changing how they moved. Now let me be clear about something. I'm not saying running is bad for everyone. If you're in your 20s or 30s and your hormones are balanced, run all you want. But after menopause, the hormonal landscape is completely different. And what worked before doesn't work anymore. When I was a nurse, we never learned this. We were taught calories in, calories out. Exercise more, eat less. But that model doesn't account for hormones. It doesn't account for cortisol. And it certainly doesn't account for the metabolic changes that happen during menopause. So what's the right way to walk? Let me give you the 5 principles that changed everything for me. Principle number 1. Walk in the fat-burning zone, not the cardio zone. This is the single most important shift you can make. Most women think faster equals better. More sweat equals more fat burned. But that's not how it works after menopause. Your fat-burning zone is typically between 50 and 65% of your maximum heart rate. For most women over 45, that's somewhere between 90 and 115 beats per minute. When you walk in this zone, your body preferentially burns fat for fuel instead of glycogen. It's like switching from burning gasoline to burning diesel. Different fuel source entirely. How do you know if you're in this zone? The talk test. You should be able to hold a conversation without gasping for breath. If you're breathing hard, you've gone too high. If you can sing, you might be too low. That sweet spot where you can talk but wouldn't want to give a speech? That's your fat-burning zone. I used to think I needed to be drenched in sweat for a workout to count. Now I know better. The walks where I barely break a sweat are the ones melting my belly fat. Principle number 2. Walk for duration, not intensity. Here's a number that changed my perspective. After about 30 minutes of continuous walking in your fat-burning zone, something shifts in your metabolism. Your body starts mobilizing fatty acids from your stored belly fat at an accelerated rate. This process continues for up to 2 hours after you stop walking. 2 hours of enhanced fat burning just from walking longer, not harder. But here's what most women get wrong. They walk hard for 15 minutes and call it done. That's not enough time for your body to fully activate its fat-burning machinery. Think of it like warming up a diesel engine. It needs time to get going. 45 to 60 minutes is the sweet spot. I know that sounds like a lot. But remember, this isn't intense. This is a gentle, purposeful walk. You can listen to podcasts. You can call a friend. You can think through your day. It doesn't feel like a workout. And that's exactly the point. Principle number 3. Walk first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. This one is a game changer. When you wake up, your body has been fasting for 8 to 12 hours. Your glycogen stores are depleted. Your insulin levels are low. This is the perfect metabolic environment for burning fat. When you walk in this fasted state, your body has no choice but to tap into stored fat for energy. Research shows that fasted morning walks can increase fat oxidation by up to 20% compared to walking after eating. Now, I want to be clear. I'm not saying starve yourself. I'm saying strategic timing. Walk first, then eat. Have your breakfast after your morning walk. Your body will thank you. When I first tried this, I was skeptical. I'm not a morning person, never have been. But after 3 weeks of morning walks, something shifted. I actually started waking up looking forward to it. And my energy for the rest of the day? Through the roof. Principle number 4. Add walking intervals without increasing intensity. This might sound contradictory, but stay with me. I'm not talking about high-intensity intervals. I'm talking about pace intervals within your fat-burning zone. Here's how it works. Walk at a comfortable pace for 3 minutes. Then walk slightly faster but still conversational for 1 minute. Repeat this pattern throughout your walk. You're never leaving your fat-burning zone. You're just adding gentle variation. Why does this work? It keeps your metabolism guessing. It prevents adaptation. And it activates different muscle fibers in your legs, which means more calories burned overall. Think of it like this. A river that flows at a constant rate moves water efficiently. But a river with gentle curves and variations, it creates more activity, more movement, more energy exchange. Your metabolism works the same way. Principle number 5. Walk after meals, especially dinner. This is the secret weapon that most women completely overlook. A 10 to 15-minute walk after eating, especially after your largest meal, can dramatically improve how your body processes that food. It helps regulate blood sugar levels, which directly impacts insulin. And insulin, as you might know, is the hormone that tells your body whether to store fat or burn it. A study in diabetes care found that a 15-minute walk after dinner reduced blood sugar spikes by 22% compared to no walking. That's a significant reduction in the hormone signal that tells your body to store belly fat. I now take a short walk after every meal. It's become non-negotiable, and it's one of the reasons my blood sugar stays stable even when I enjoy foods I used to avoid. Now, here's something important I need to share with you. These walking principles work. I've seen them work for myself and for thousands of women in our community. But I also need to be honest with you about something. After menopause, your body develops what researchers call thermogenic resistance. It's like your fat cells put up a wall. Even when you're doing everything right with your walking, eating well, managing stress, that resistance can slow your results significantly. That's exactly why many women in our community have started using a specific Japanese-inspired compound that targets this resistance directly. It contains concentrated Seville orange peel, ceremonial green tea from Japan, and Himalayan ginger in therapeutic doses. What makes it different is that it addresses the thermogenic resistance itself, not just the symptoms. It's like taking down the wall so your walking efforts can actually reach the fat cells they're meant to target. And because there are no harsh stimulants, it's safe for women our age. I'll leave a link in the pinned comment if you want to learn more about how this works. But regardless of what you decide, let me continue with more walking strategies that make a real difference. Now let's talk about what to avoid, because there are some common walking mistakes that can actually trigger cortisol spikes and work against your metabolism. Mistake number 1, walking too fast. I see this all the time. Women power walking like they're late for an appointment. Their faces are red, they're breathing hard, they think they're burning more fat, but they're actually pushing their heart rate into the stress zone, triggering cortisol release, and signaling their body to hold on to belly fat. Remember the talk test. If you can't hold a conversation, slow down. It sounds counterintuitive, but slowing down often speeds up results. Mistake number 2, walking with tension. Pay attention to your body next time you walk. Are your shoulders up near your ears? Is your jaw clenched? Are you gripping your hands into fists? Tension anywhere in your body signals stress to your nervous system, and stress means cortisol. I used to walk like I was marching into battle. Now I consciously relax my shoulders, soften my jaw, and keep my hands loose. It's a completely different experience, and my body responds completely differently. Mistake number 3, walking on hard surfaces only. Concrete and asphalt are tough on joints, especially after 45 when our cartilage isn't what it used to be. But there's another reason to seek out softer surfaces. Walking on grass, trails, or sand requires more stabilization from your muscles. Your body has to work harder to balance, which engages your core more deeply. And when your core is engaged during walking, you're naturally supporting better posture and activating more muscle fibers around your midsection. I try to walk on natural surfaces at least twice a week. The local park, a trail near my house, even just the grass beside the sidewalk. It makes a noticeable difference in how my core feels afterward. Mistake number 4, not breathing properly. Most women breathe shallow into their chest when they walk. This actually perpetuates the stress response. Deep belly breathing, where your abdomen expands on the inhale, activates your parasympathetic nervous system and enhances fat burning. Try this. As you walk, breathe in for 4 steps, filling your belly. Hold for 1 step. Breathe out for 6 steps, letting your belly fall. This breathing pattern alone can shift your body from stress mode to fat burning mode. When I first tried this breathing technique, I felt silly, like I was overthinking something as simple as walking. But the difference in how my body felt afterward was undeniable. More relaxed, more energized. And over time, the belly fat started responding. Mistake number 5. Not being consistent. One long walk a week isn't as effective as shorter daily walks. Your metabolism responds to consistency. It needs repeated signals that say, this is our new normal. It's safe to let go of this stored fat. I aim for at least 20 to 30 minutes every single day. Some days I do longer walks. But even on busy days, I make sure to get those minimum 20 minutes in. It's become as automatic as brushing my teeth. Now let me share something that really opened my eyes. When I visited Japan a few years ago, I noticed something fascinating about how older women moved. They didn't just walk from point A to point B. They walked with intention. Their posture was upright. Their pace was steady, but never rushed. They seemed to glide rather than trudge. I asked my guide about it, and she smiled. She said in Japan, walking is considered a form of moving meditation. It's not about getting somewhere fast. It's about the journey itself. That perspective changed everything for me. I started incorporating what I call mindful walking into my routine. Before I begin each walk, I take 3 deep breaths. I set an intention. Sometimes it's as simple as I'm going to enjoy this. Other times it's more specific, like I'm going to notice 5 beautiful things on this walk. This simple shift turns exercise into self-care, and your body knows the difference. One woman in our community, her name is Margaret, told me she was ready to give up on walking entirely. She had been power walking for months with no results. When she switched to this mindful approach, walking slower, breathing deeper, enjoying the process, she lost 14 pounds in 8 weeks. 14 pounds. Just by changing her mindset and her pace. Another thing I learned from those Japanese women, they never walk alone if they can help it. Walking with a friend or a group isn't just more enjoyable. It actually enhances the stress-reducing benefits. Conversation naturally keeps you in the fat-burning zone because you can't talk if you're walking too hard. And the social connection itself lowers cortisol. I started a walking group in my neighborhood. We meet 3 mornings a week. We don't power walk. We don't compete. We just move together and talk about life. And I've watched women in that group transform their bodies over the past year. Now when I walk, I'm not just exercising. I'm giving my body time to heal. I'm telling my nervous system that everything is okay. I'm creating space for my metabolism to do what it's designed to do, burn fat and produce energy. And honestly, I enjoy it now. It's become the best part of my day. No pressure, no competition, just me and my body working together instead of against each other. Here's your action plan. If you're ready to start walking the right way, here's exactly what I recommend. Week 1. Focus only on duration and the fat-burning zone. Walk for 45 minutes at a pace where you can talk comfortably. Don't worry about anything else yet. Just build the habit and let your body adapt. Week 2. Add the fasted morning walk. Before breakfast, at least 3 times this week, do your walk on an empty stomach. Notice how your energy feels different. Week 3. Introduce gentle pace intervals. 3 minutes comfortable, 1 minute slightly faster. Repeat. Stay in that fat-burning zone the whole time. Week 4 and beyond. Add the post-meal walks. Start with just 5 minutes after dinner. Build up to 10 or 15 minutes. Make it non-negotiable. And throughout all of this, remember the principles. Soft surfaces when possible. Relaxed shoulders and jaw. Deep belly breathing. Consistency over intensity. 2 years ago, I was frustrated, exhausted, and convinced my body had given up on me. I was running myself into the ground and getting nowhere. Now, at 54, I walk almost every day. I've lost 26 pounds of belly fat. My energy is better than it was at 40. And my joints actually feel good for the first time in years. The answer wasn't pushing harder. It was moving smarter. Now, I want to be completely transparent with you about something. For many women, especially those dealing with significant thermogenic resistance, These walking principles take time to show results. We're talking weeks, sometimes months, before you see major changes. And I know how frustrating that can be when you're doing everything right. That's why I mentioned earlier that Japanese-inspired compound. It's specifically designed to break through thermogenic resistance faster. It helps your body actually respond to all the good things you're doing with your walking and nutrition. Many women in our community use it alongside these walking strategies to accelerate their results. Some have told me they started noticing changes within the first 2 weeks instead of waiting months. If you're curious, I'll leave a link in the pinned comment. It's not for everyone. Some women do great with just the walking principles alone. But for those who want extra support, especially if you've been struggling with stubborn belly fat for a while, it might be worth looking into. Whatever you decide, I want you to know this. Your body is not the enemy. It's not broken. It's not betraying you. It's simply responding to a new hormonal environment, and it needs a new approach. The same strategies that worked in your 30s won't work now. And that's okay, because the strategies that do work, walking the right way, moving with your body instead of against it, they're actually more sustainable and more enjoyable than killing yourself at the gym ever was. You've spent enough time fighting your body. It's time to start working with it. In my next video, I'll be sharing the 3 morning habits that prime your metabolism for all-day fat burning. They work perfectly alongside these walking strategies, and one of them will probably surprise you. If this video helped you, let me know in the comments. Tell me which principle you're going to try first, and if you have questions, drop them below. I read every single comment. You're not alone in this. We're all figuring it out together, and I promise you, your best years are not behind you. They're just getting started. I'll see you in the next one.